Alrighty guys, welcome back for another Dokkan Battle video. Now today, instead of starting out in the home screen as I usually do, I actually logged into a Dokkan event, just to grind out a couple units and their medals, and I actually found this. We found a friend, Kaioken Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta. I don't care if it's 55%. Again, unfortunately, we weren't able to find one for Goku and Chi-Chi, but for Vegeta and Bulma's showcase, which, not only was I preparing for, as well as, grinding up medals, again, I'm not going to let this chance, slip by. We're going to go ahead and hop right into their showcase, with the first team being, of course, Join Forces. So, anyways, let's go ahead and let's hop right in. I'm going to quickly pull up Vegeta's details, because Vegeta doesn't have an active skill like Goku's, where it's like an active skill attack. It's a costume exchange, so he actually changes costumes, which is quite interesting. Let me go ahead and pull him up here. I'm looking for a Vegeta and Bulma. A lot of freaking units with Vegeta in it. Holy cow. There we go. Here we go. And boom. Alright, so turn 1 we have Vegeta. Now that is extremely good luck. So far so good. We have, wow, actually quite a few links. We have 5 out of 7 links. So what do they have? Brainiacs, Prodigy, Sane Lineage, Solid Support, Cold Judgment, Royal Lineage, and Shattering the Limit. Yeah, dude, they actually work pretty well with Tien and Roshi. Wow. 4 out of 7 links, but of course when we put them in the middle there, I believe we get Shattering the Limit. That puts us at 56k defense already. Yeah, dude. Wow, again, I'm actually pleasantly surprised. Let me actually see, because I know for a fact they're going to share Cold Judgment with Tien and Roshi. I'm going to check Prodigies, or not Prodigies. Okay, so they do share Brainiacs, and then Cold Judgment, like I said, yep, they do go ahead and share. So, yeah, man, already, they're looking to be very, very good. So they get 80% attack and defense at the start of turn, and then they also get another 40% attack and defense on Super, and then also have 10% damage reduction. And then they actually do the costume exchange starting from the 4th turn. So, again, they get 40% on Super, 40% of 50%. Let's just do quick maths. Half of 50 is 25k, but it's 56k, so we'll lowball it and put it 20k. Their defense is going to be, yeah, 76k after they Super. So, again, nothing crazy, but at the same time, it's not horrible. So we're actually going to go ahead and put him in slot 1 there, because even though, again, Tien and Roshi, I don't think will kill Goten and Trunks here, I actually have had a few instances. So basically like 800k defense again. It's not the most impressive, but it's also, I guess, okay considering the fact that, again, this is a non-EZA unit. So again, it's nothing exciting, but at the same time, I mean, like, I'll take it, man. So on their super attack, they actually don't have any super attack effects, which, again, is actually a good thing if you think about it. The reason for that is because then that leaves them open for their EZA to do just a ton of stuff. So we're actually going to go ahead and just continue on. We're going to go ahead and float off this Trunks and Goten, because they actually give 40% attack and defense to Vegeta's family units and Goku's family units, which this Bulma and Vegeta is, of course, on Vegeta's family. So again, they're actually going to work extremely well alongside the Vegeta and Bulma, because they have Cold Judgment. Yeah, they have Cold Judgment. I don't know about Brainiacs. Alright, so they don't have Brainiacs, but they do have Cold Judgment, so they do have that going for them. Alright. So again, they don't really build up, they just kind of just start out with the amount that they're going to have. Again, that could probably be their biggest detriment, is the fact that, again, that they don't really do anything else. Again, until they exchange, let me actually see their details when they exchange, because, yeah, so they still don't have any super attack effect. So, again, like I said, it's a complete blank slate for them. So they get buffed up to 90% attack and defense, and then 44% on Super. And then they still keep the guaranteed 10% damage reduction, but then they have a medium chance of receiving an extra 10% damage reduction. Huh. You know what? I think I might like this Vegeta and Bulma card a little bit better now that I'm looking at it. The reason is because, again, they could buff up their damage reduction to like 20% and then make the medium chance a 50% chance of giving them, like, say, another 10%, 20%, or even like 30%. So in that aspect, they're going to be decent defensively. Also consider the fact that, again, Brainiacs at just base level 1 links is 10% attack and defense, and at level 10 it's 15%. Cold Judgment, of course, 20% at level 1, 25% at level 10. Oh, and then, of course, I actually have not even seen the costume exchange animation. Alright, so the reason I'm not putting in audio is because these never really have audio. Those don't have audio associated with them. But, alright. So we went ahead and changed our costume. Again, we do have 40% support here. Again, keep that in mind. Their defense is 72k with 40% support. They get 44% on super. I don't know, man. I think their defense should be close to 100k. With that 10% damage reduction, that is, again, not crazy good. But at the same time, it's not horrible. Because, again, they are going to easy A. So, yeah, that just dropped down their defense. Yeah, we want to put them with Tien and Roshi. I don't know, man. This unit is kind of hard to judge. The reason they're so hard to judge is because they're so incomplete. And again, that's the word that I just couldn't find, but I wanted to use with Goku and Chi-Chi as well. Well, at least they got to 1 million, so that's actually good. The fact that they actually got to 1 million is nice. But the one thing that these guys have over, or not that they have over, but for Goku and Chi-Chi, and again, Vegeta and Bulma, they're just really incomplete, is the best way to put it. That's how, I mean, that's what I wanted to say, is they're just really, really incomplete. They're not fully designed yet. So it's kind of underwhelming to see them this way. But at the same time, there's just so much potential with the Vegeta and Bulma unit. Because I could see the Goku and the Chi-Chi unit doing more damage, but I could see them being the more defensive tank. Because again, Goku and Chi-Chi, I think, are already directed towards damage. Again, greatly raising, or not greatly raising, but just raising attack and defense on super. Again, they build up attack and defense. You know, they have their Ghost Usher effect that they can do. And again, and the fact that you can do additionals with them, to me, is a clear sign that the Goku and Chi-Chi unit is meant for damage. Again, they're going to be fine defensively, don't get me wrong. But I feel like they're geared more towards damage. Vegeta and Bulma, on the other hand, I feel like are going to be more of the defensive unit. I guess the way you could see it is comparing them to like the previous anniversary free-to-play units. Again, Krillin and 17, Master Roshi and Tien. Again, Master Roshi and Tien, I guess you could call them kind of like the more defensive-oriented unit, with the fact that, again, they do things like sealing, lowering attack, so they're more like defensive-oriented. You know, getting more attack and defense on you know, with each hit that they have. And then, of course, 18 and Krillin permanently stacking their attack, you know, doing good numbers, you know, in long events. So very easily you can kind of like begin to see how this unit wants to be built. Vegeta and Bulma, most definitely, you want to be like uber defensive with them. Because again, Brainiacs and Cold Judgment alone are two very strong defensive links. Alright, again, without the support, we do drop down to 59k. Again, I would expect that their attack set to not look too impressive on this turn either, because again, we did have 40% support coming from the GT Trunks and Goten. But really what they could do with this Vegeta and Bulma is, again, buff up their 10% damage reduction to 30%, and then give them like a high chance of getting an additional 20%. So, you know, on a really good turn, you can have like 50% damage reduction. Alright, so 900k there. Again, not too crazy. And then for start of turn, maybe give them 100% at the start, and then give them 50% attack and defense on super. And then when they transform, buff up the 100% to, say, 120%, and make them do 80% attack and defense on super. And then buff up their damage reduction from... Actually, no, keep the damage reduction at 20 in non-costume change, and then buff it to 30 once they change costumes. And then, of course, make the 50% chance in non-transformed costume be 30%, and then once they exchange, 20%. So, again, that's kind of like the idea that I want them to do. Also make them support type units, like make them a support type unit for Joint Forces and Vegeta's family. But again, that's kind of what I would envision with this unit. But anyways, I'm getting a little bit off track here, but let's go ahead and let's see what this unit can do now on their only other team, which is going to be the Vegeta family team. Okay, so we are of course now on the Vegeta family team with of course Vegeta and Bulma. Defense is 57k. Alright, so again, unfortunately there really isn't any other Vegeta family unit that has Brainiacs, so our attack and defense is gonna be a little bit lower, because again, it is 10% attack and defense, so it's not like it's an insignificant amount. Alright, so unfortunately again, Ki is not exactly in our favor right now. I don't know why he dodged twice. I literally forgot what I gave him in the hidden potential system. I think I gave him full additional. I think he just 2-3 dodged that. Yeah, he literally used his 3 dodge twice, and people say it doesn't work. They're wrong. Alright, so anyways. Anyways, guys, sorry about the double pause there again. That's my bad. But anyways, continuing on throughout the event. Again, honestly, I could potentially see Vegeta and Bulma's best team actually being the Joint Forces team, because again, they share Brainiacs and Cold Judgment with Tien and Roshi. And again, I do think Tien and Roshi have Shattering the Limit, which again, is a key link for them. So let me actually quickly pull them up. I think they do have Shattering the Limit, though. It would make sense. Yeah, so they have Cold Judgment, Brainiacs, and Shattering the Limit. Don't tell me they also... Yeah, they also share Solid Support. So they actually share quite a few links together. Alright, that's an interesting thing to note right there. Alright, so... It's not turn 4 yet. And unfortunately, again, Ki is the major killer over here. Yeah. Well, I mean, we're going to be able to get a super there with them, which is nice, but... Again, Ki definitely seems to be the issue for them on the Vegeta family team. Because, again, I don't think any of these guys really has Shattering the Limit. Yeah, dude, 766k. Close to 800k. Not the best. We literally saw him hit higher attack stats. And it was literally on a team that's a 150% lead team, not a 170% lead team. So that's actually quite interesting. Yeah, so they're actually hitting a lot better on a team whose leader is worse. That's interesting. Again, I guess maybe adding to their EZA, they have to give them Ki. They have to get at least 3 Ki at the start. Or again, some sort of support type ability. Because again, if they give Ki on their support, that's also going to include them. So again, I really, really want to see them either support or give themselves Ki at the start as well. Alright, and then of course the animation for the exchange, again, which I do think looks pretty good. This is a really nice moment in the show. When Bulma gives Vegeta his new costume. Alright, so now we're at 68k. Oh, we actually... Okay, so it looks like we have some decent amount of links with this Trunks here. Which is actually quite surprising. I actually really haven't used that Trunks all that much. But, well, the more you know. Now apparently Vegeta shares some decent links with them, that's good. So at least we know of one unit that at least we'll be able to share some level of ki with them. Though this guy, to be fair, is actually much better not on the Vegeta family team. Alright, so 942k there. Again, this is without support. Again, the only time we had support was on the Joined Forces team. This is Vegeta and Bulma, again, just straight up their own stuff. No additionals, no support. So again, they were at 68k. They get 44% on Super, and they have 10% damage reduction with a 30% chance of having an extra 10%. I mean, evaluating them based off of just strictly that, I actually would say they're good, but I wouldn't say that they're, like, really crazy either. Again, it's the same thing with Chi-Chi and Goku. They're just really incomplete right now, which of course is to be expected. But, you know what? We're going to head on over now to the breakdown portion of the video, because again, we're pretty much only going to see the same thing from them from that last turn. So yeah, let's go on, and we're going to head on over now to the breakdown portion of the video. Alright guys, so, as you guys know, we went ahead and showcased Vegeta and Bulma on the only two teams that they're on, unfortunately. But, really all I can say, just like with Chi-Chi and Goku, what's said's been said. They're very clearly unfinished, just like Chi-Chi and Goku, and actually, I would actually argue to an extent, Chi-Chi and Goku are way more unfinished than Vegeta and Bulma. Just based off of using them, I do slightly like Vegeta and Bulma a little bit better, just because of, you know, again, they're more defensive-oriented, which is what I personally like more in a unit than just raw damage. Again, really all that they have to do to fix them is make it so that they, you know, say for example, like permanently stack defense, or greatly raise, you know, attack and defense for one turn. I think that would be more than acceptable for, you know, a free-to-play unit. For their passive, again, very simple pre-transformation, 3 ki and 100% to stats. They get 50% attack and defense on Super. They have 20% damage reduction, and then they have a 50% chance of getting another, like, 30%, for example. And then, again, post-transformation, 3 ki and 120% attack and defense, and then 80% attack and defense on Super. They get 30% damage reduction, and then they have a 50% chance of getting an extra 20%. So, again, just very subtle changes, or even just, like, just straight-up stats buff. Again, something that I really want that's probably not going to happen is make them a support-type unit of, like, 3 ki, 40% to Joined Forces and Vegeta family, just so that, again, even though they're not on a lot of teams, they're at least going to be a really good option on the teams that they're on. Because again, because they're going to be a support type unit with damage reduction, you know, raising their defense, you know, and then, you know, getting more defense on Super, that means that they're going to be at least a nice, decent, tanky option for both the Joined Forces team as well as the Vegeta family team. And that, along with, of course, the support type of, you know, effect that they're going to have, is going to make them, again, a more sought-after unit, just so that they don't end up dying off, just like some other free-to-play units have. Even though, again, I do think, like, oh, dude, a perfect, Jesus, I cannot speak. A perfect example of this would be the Krillin and the Vegeta unit. No one really talks about them. No one really uses them. I've used Krillin and Vegeta, and I've actually been blown away by them. I really, really love the design. The issue is, because no one really sees them as a top-tier free-to-play unit option, they're not run. Why? Because I bet you, if they made them a support-type unit for Namek Saga, or literally any other team that they were on, people would be using them more often. But again, they didn't, and as a result, there's a recent free-to-play unit. They came out literally during the worldwide download celebration. No one talks about them. No one really uses them. But again, they're still very, very good. So again, I don't want to see that happen for Vegeta and Bulma. I really like this unit. I like their design. I like the design. I just like the idea behind them. So again, that's really what I want to see with them. Just don't let these units die. Please, please, please make them spectacularly good. That's all I want to see. So again, that is going to do it for today's video, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.
The name of this one is Rosé. Oh, this is the power of legendary Super Saiyan Goku. Now I understand.